Hey guys, Mary Meet, and welcome to this week's YouTube Pagan Challenge. And actually, this is week 29, and the topic is healing or therapeutic techniques. Now, healing is not something I've spent like a lot of time on. It's not something I've focused on. I think that comes from having always been sick as a kid and kind of seeing illness and injury and disease as something to get through. I feel like that's actually kind of a shortcoming in my understanding of illness and something I could work on. I could work more on healing. I could work more on doing things like that. But I tend to be like, well, I'm sick again. Ah, shit. And I don't think to back it up with spell work or ritual work. So it's something I kind of, it's an area that I could grow in for sure. Now I have used energy work. And I have kind of like a personal experience with that because as a kid I had Legg-Perthes disease, and it kind of moved into arthritis throughout my life. So I've had many surgeries. I was allergic to all the good painkillers. They gave me morphine in the hospital and I coded. They gave me Demerol and I swelled up and broke out into hives and couldn't breathe. So I've always kind of stayed away from painkillers. I've been very limited as far as what I can take, so I've dealt with pain a lot. Pain has actually been kind of a strong force in my life that has kept me from doing things or has encouraged me to do things despite the pain. And that's kind of where I am right now with the fibro. But yeah, so again, healing is not something I've spent a lot of time on, but one thing that I used to do as a kid is when the pain was unbearable and there wasn't really anything I could take, I spent a lot of time doing kind of mental exercises and like self-hypnosis to try to get myself through that. Now there's weed, so I don't have to really worry about that, but that's neither here nor there. So I would do these kind of mental exercises where I would like go into the pain and really let it wash over me and let myself feel it and let it just completely take me over until it became like this kind of abstract idea of this sensation that didn't necessarily mean anything. It was the sensation that was washing over me, and it wasn't something to be avoided. So I don't know. I got very mental, very cerebral with how I dealt with pain. And so I did a lot of energy work too, where I would try to go into, my hip or, later on into various members of my family or even my husband when he had his heart attack. I would go and I would just spend time like really trying to like bring my consciousness into the part that was diseased or damaged or having problems, and try to just wash it with like, for my hip, I would use like green healing light. For Joe's heart, I would use, pink or red light to get the blood flowing, to kind of feel that. For my dad with the cancer, it was just white light, trying to clear out, pull out the kind of gray, black, tarry, sticky energy, just trying to like, on the inhale, I pull all that together, and on the exhale, I put it out the window with a pentagram, so it kind of can't come back in. And then when I was done kind of trying to pull all that black, sticky gunk out of him, when I felt like it had been done sufficiently, then I tried to, breathe white light into him, white healing light. Didn't work. My dad died. But it's kind of one of those things where, again, it's like, is this something that I can heal, or is this a life lesson? Is this something that I have to get through and learn from? So I don't know. I just think there's like a lot to be learned from pain, from disease, from sickness. My life is kind of a testament to that. I do a lot of things despite all the shit that I have stacked against me. So, and when Joe had his heart attack, it was a kind of a call to us to wake up, to live our lives, to have fun, to do things, to love each other fiercely, because nothing is promised. So it kind of brought us to this really great place where we aren't afraid of challenges. We aren't afraid to do things. We aren't afraid to have fun. If it's a question between, or, you know, a choice between sitting at home and watching TV or going and doing something. We'll usually go and do something, because you never know when you're going to have the opportunity to make those memories again. So, so that's my version of energy working, kind of going into the diseased or sick area. Now, I have gotten my first attunement in Reiki. I like that actually a lot more. I would have loved to have explored it more, but I kind of did it and then forgot about it and didn't keep up with it. And I could, you know, once you have the attunement, the idea is that you can just pick it right back up. I mean, you're already attuned, you're already set to go. What I like about that is that when I was doing energy work before, I was using my own personal energy, and it was exhausting. Like, I would be exhausted when I was done. With Reiki, the idea is that the energy flows through you. It comes from the universe, and you're just a channel. You're just directing it where it needs to go with your hands. I like it a lot more. It was amazing. When we did our attunement, I could really feel the energy flow. I mean, it was eerie. And, yeah, I've mentioned before having some heart chakra stuff and some chest pain from fibro that all, you know, it all kind of ties in. And everyone who tried to do Reiki on me in this class that I took kept stopping at my heart chakra. They could feel it. They could feel where the imbalance was, where the disturbance was. So I think there's like a lot to Reiki. I would like to learn more. So yeah, I mean, you know, I just tried to do a healing thing for a friend not that long ago. It didn't work out. It wasn't meant to work out. So I don't know. I feel like we all have skills. We all have strengths in our magic. Mine has never really been healing. Yeah, I don't know. If somebody else has some great insight on this, let me know. Like, I would love to be more of a healer, but then again, I'm not coming from a place of strength or a place of health myself to be able to bring that to somebody else. So I think that's probably part of my block there. So, yeah. So let me know what you guys think. Yeah, healing, therapeutic techniques. Let me know what you guys love. And that's it. Blessed be. Bye-bye.